Hey friends, welcome to the Wonder Who channel. My name is Naja. I hope you're having a nice day. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Can you guess what we're doing today? Carrots. I started carrot seeds for the fall in July, but life got in the way and I was not able to be here to take care of them. But it's okay. I can restart them now. It's mid-September and I've got a couple of hours to work on getting these seeds sown. This is what's so wonderful about being in the garden and having a garden is because the garden will give you another chance. If you're not able to restart something in the current season, rest assured that you can try it again the next year, and it's okay. I expect for these carrots to be able to be available to harvest at some point in mid to late December. Again, I'm in zone 8A, so we don't get too bad of a frost here. We do have a few frost days, but I have some things working for me. My first frost date is not expected until November 15th or so. And these carrots are a storage carrot. They're Bolero Pelleted carrots from Johnny Seeds, and they take anywhere from 70 to 90 days to elicit a harvest. So I know that these seeds work, and unfortunately the seeds that I had and I started did not make it. I did have a few that survived, and that's great, but that's not going to be enough to even put in some soup. So because I used all the seeds that I had when I started seeds for carrots in July, I was completely out. So I had to revisit the Johnny's website and order more seeds. But this time I ordered a larger quantity of seeds. I'll put somewhere here on the screen how many seeds this is in this bottle, just so you know for your information. So we'll go ahead and get started. There are a few things that I want to do that I did the previous time, but I need to do once again. So I have noticed that the soil has settled into the bed. So I'm going to add some soil for some grow bags that I'm not using to grow anything right now. So I'll pour that soil into the raised bed. I'll make sure that I loosen up the soil. I'm going to also amend it with bone meal, and then I'm going to wet it down. And then I'll use this seeding square to seed the carrots. So according to what the seeding square for square foot gardening has in the reference, I can grow 16 carrots in a square foot. And what's so great about these seeds is that they are pelleted, so I will minimize my waste of seeds so that I don't have to do any thinning to the carrots when they start germinating and growing successfully. I recommend these seeds. If they are taken care of, they come out great. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm trying to be careful because I have some carrots right here, but I definitely wanted to top up this raised bed. And this soil is nice and loose because carrots need loose soil in order to grow. The carrots can't tell me, hey Naja, I'm a little cramped, but they will tell me when I pick them. And that's a little too late for me. Now, even though I have really nothing growing in this bed but a few carrots, when I come out here and do my watering routine, I still came out here and watered, especially so that the ones that are growing in here would have the opportunity to get what they needed, but I have not been coming out here and fertilizing. And I am going to fertilize with bone meal because from what I've researched, that is great to have for root vegetables. Each time I'm growing these things, I'm learning something new. Okay, the worms still look absolutely incredible in here. The soil's really not that compacted. So the reason why I'm adding the bone meal is that it is a great boost of phosphorus for root crops like carrots. Okay, so we've got the bone meal in. And I'm just gonna lightly rake this into the soil. I'm curious to know from all you viewers and gardeners, how do you get your carrots started? So what I'm doing now is laying the seeding square down. And then I'm just going to poke a small hole. You know what? I think I put chives in the middle of each seeding square. So I'm going to go get my chive seeds that I have and do that again. I'll be right back. I got plenty of chive seeds. All right, here we go. So while I was up there, I turned the water off. And so these are the chive seeds. Teeny, teeny, tiny. And I'm just going to drop a couple of chive seeds in here in the middle. I think that was a good companion plant herb when I did my research. And I'm just going to drop them in here. All right. So I've got 16 carrot seeds started and 1 chive seed. Try not to have the hole so deep. And it is very important with these pelleted seeds that the ground stay moist, because that's going to help break down the seed coating. All right, so 16, 16, 32, 40. So I've gotten 40 seeds sown that quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and work through the rest of this bed and try to take care of these areas here that, don't technically fit in the seeding square pattern. And then I'm just going to go and get that done. And then when I'm ready for laying out the burlap, I will come back and show you what that looks like, because that is new to me, is laying down the burlap. All right, I'm done seeding. So the next thing I'm going to do is just lightly pat the soil over the seeds. And I want to show you something. So I decided that this area of the raised bed, this end, I want to put some flowers down. And I learned that a good companion plant for carrots that won't compete with like nutrients and things, and also that is good to put on the edge here, are calendula and chamomile. So I have not had success growing calendula nor chamomile outdoors. And so I want to try it in the cooler weather, because I understand that those will do better in cooler weather. So I'm probably going to put, more likely than not, chamomile, 2 to 4 chamomile plants, or maybe 3 chamomile plants and 1 calendula, but definitely going to be chamomile here because I need that for tea. This is what everything is looking like with the carrots. All right, I did the math. I think I have about 140 seeds of carrots sown here. It might be a little bit more, but with me looking at the holes, I think I have like 140 at least. So that would be a good harvest of carrots. If I can get 100 carrots out of this, I'll be very grateful. If I got 50 carrots, I'd be very grateful. Because right now I don't have any carrots. I just want to make sure that the seeds get good contact with the soil. I know this is not a radish. As a radish seed. Probably from when I tinted last year. Nature is incredible. It is incredible. Okay, I like it. I like it. Looks very, very nice. Next thing I'm gonna do is cover this bed with burlap. I've always covered with cardboard. I've never done burlap, so this is gonna be new to me, but I'm willing to try this because I need something to have the ground stay moist for the seeds. And so rumor has it that burlap is that thing. I bought this from a craft store. It was like $4 a yard. I had got it on sale. So I'm just going to measure it and cut it with my trusty cutter. I really recommend y'all get one of these. I got it before I even decided I wanted to be a content creator. I'm not an Amazon affiliate, I'm an associate. So the link that I do provide is a link to help out my associate account. But I really recommend that you get one of these. This thing is wonderful. This thing is wonderful. I'll bring it back up closer once I cut. All I had to do was hold the trigger. I just think that's incredible. Yeah, it's called a zip snip, but I will include it. But again, I'm not an Amazon affiliate, I'm an Amazon associate. But I will have to say, if you are middle-aged like me and you got aches and pains and have problems with your hands, this thing is wonderful. And I didn't cut this all the way to the length of the bed because I have maybe that 1 to 1.5 foot amount that is for the chamomile that I will transplant out here. So this is the burlap laying down. I'm going to get a few clips just to keep it clipped down so that it can, be stable and nothing can crawl under it, I guess. I'll probably put some bricks down here on the end since that's not the length, but that's what it looks like. So I've got all of these clips here. I'm going to use to clip this to the perimeter of the bed, this burlap. And these clips, oh my gosh, they come in handy for me in the fall and in the spring to help hold down any netting that I use, because the critters will come. I may have to go back up to the house and get a few more, which is fine because I got to turn the water on anyway. Okay, I got some more clips, but I got these stakes, because I forgot about the carrots that I have here. And I'm like, what am I going to do about the carrots that are already here? So I'm thinking this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this and just put the burlap around, if I can make it work like this. Yeah, so that these carrots can still grow. Have a few to put here on the end where I'm going to plant the chamomile. So this is what things look like. I do have the water hose running, but I want to check something out first because I'm going to have to give a specific instruction to my family. So I've got a watering can out here in the garden inside the greenhouse. Then this is my rain barrel. What I'm going to do is fill it up with some water so I can test my theory out on how I need the guys to keep this watered for me. Okay, and so this is what I'm thinking. That they're gonna have to do. And I want to make this as easy as possible for them. Yeah, so they should be able to do that. It'll probably take them 2 or 3 cans full, or they can just bring the water hose out here. But I'm going to leave this in the greenhouse like I always do, so that it would be easier for them. So the burlap is cool to have, from what I understand, is because it will keep the soil cool and moist, which is going to be a boon for the carrot seeds. And I need every helper I can get in the garden. So I'm home for maybe 1 more full day, and I can come out here and do this. And I can let the guys know to either do this with the water hose or to use the watering can. So I'm probably going to have to bribe these guys here with a good meal to encourage them to come out here and to please water at least this carrot patch. Maybe I'll make some cookies or brownies. Maybe that'll encourage them. These carrot seeds need to stay cool and moist. And from what I understand, the burlap's gonna do it. But you gotta keep the burlap moist. And I don't believe I'm growing enough carrots that will sustain my family for a year. I'm not at that point yet. If I can make a small dent in lowering the grocery expenses, then I'm all about that. You know what I love, guys? I love that gardening reminds us that it's okay to start over. So even if the first try doesn't go as planned, we can try again and off. And hopefully the second time and the third time will be much better than the first time. I'm looking forward to harvesting these carrots when it's nice and cool, because the cool weather will make them sweeter. So friends, I think that's gonna be it today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those in the comments section below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I got a question for you though. Can you tell me what is a crop that you had to restart in this current season or a past season? Any garden wisdom is much appreciated. So with that, here is to a sweet fall harvest of carrots. And here's to hope, and here's to trying again. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I hope today is the goodest of your good days, and may everything fall into place for you. Bye-bye. Happy gardening.